The gym changed my life. But it also became the place where I hid from my life. And I know I'm not the only man that's done that. You see, one of my core realizations is that as a man, we like control. We love the gym because the gym is predictable. The gym is always there. You could always depend on those weights. You know what you can lift. And you get a flood of endorphins every time you hit those weights. But life is not predictable at all. Life is like this fork in the road. And when life is like a fork in the road, you're presented with two options. Sometimes it's a clear indication between right and wrong, but other times it's an option between what you want and what you need. And when life hits you with that fork in the road, it's not always as a easy, clear decision. So it's very comfortable to put off the aspects of our life that force us to make these uncomfortable choices between what we need to progress and grow into the man that we want to be versus what we want in the here and the now to feel that level of comfort. You know, it's another thing I realize is that you can be disciplined and still be avoiding your life. You could be training harder instead of fixing a relationship. You could be tracing progress instead of purpose, and you could lose yourself in that period of time where you're so locked in on trying to accomplish this goal, this metric, this number, whether it be a body fat percentage, whether it be a certain number on a bar, and your life is passing you by. You know, the gym has been a big part of my life. And an example of that for me is like when I was just trying to get certified and chasing these numbers on YouTube. Like, you know, my children were getting older while all this was happening. And in your head, you're like, once I get to this point, everything's gonna lock in. I'm gonna be able to do all that stuff I'm avoiding. But the moments that are happening while you're locked in, trying to accomplish this goal in the gym, that those moments are the accumulation of your life. And whether you hit the goal or not, those moments, day by day, are passing you by. Here's another thing I realized is that pain avoided doesn't just disappear. So you could drown yourself in all the pre-workout and all the intense mind-numbing workouts as you want, but the problem's still going to be there. For me, it was open wounds, unprocessed anger, heartbreak, identity issues. These are all things that the gym helps put to the back of our subconscious, but it doesn't fix the problem. In the gym, I was making myself physically stronger, but inside I was still like this frightened little boy that was not addressing the issues that needed to be addressed firsthand. Solitude is a gift, but self-isolation can be your downfall. Because if you get too much in your head, you'll start to believe the thoughts that are self-generated by your own insecurity and thoughts of limited beliefs. And you don't want to be there. I've been there. Here's the thing. The gym isn't where the work ends. It actually means where the work begins. This is where you develop the confidence and the strength to have the hard conversations in your life, to confront the responsibilities that we all have to endure as men, and most important, to start building a purpose-driven life. And here's a little line for you to keep in the back of your mind. If the gym only makes you strong under a bar, then the gym failed you. Now, if this conversation we're having is starting to make you feel uncomfortable, that's a good thing. You want to sit in that silence. For a lot of us men, we allow for the noise in our life, whether it's, arguing with the girlfriend or the parents, just the hustle and bustle of our lives drown out what our inner voice is trying to tell us. So that's when solitude, not isolation, but solitude is most important. So you want to sit in that quiet feeling and you want to ask yourself 3 very important questions. The first question, if you were someone like me that was drowning and investing all of my time or your time into the gym and not addressing any other avenues of your life, why am I spending so much time in the gym and what am I avoiding being here so much? What's the thing that you're supposed to be addressing head on, but you kind of put it in the back burner, but you rather be in the gym? Where is this discipline that I'm cultivating in the gym? Where else should I be applying it in my life? Should it be towards finishing college? Should it be towards completing a certification? Should it be towards trying to just figure out what I want to do in this world? What is my standing in the world? And I promise you, especially if you're young, you think, oh, I have time to figure it out. You want to put time into trying to figure that out as soon as possible, because the sooner you find out what your purpose is, the sooner you can start diverting resources, time, and energy towards that thing to become as great and effective in that role. And the last question is, who am I outside of the gym? If you're so devoted to the gym that you don't even know what your identity is outside of those walls, that's a problem. You need to sit with yourself and really try to figure out who do I want to be like outside of the gym. And for me, I had stopped going shopping, I had stopped dating, I had stopped doing things that I would naturally do, and it was just gym. And that's not a good place to be. You want to be in the gym, you want to train hard, but you want to use that discipline to cultivate you into someone that you can look back on in your 40s, 50s, and 60s and be like, I'm proud of the decisions that he made. So those are the 3 questions you want to ask yourself. What am I avoiding being here every day? Where should the discipline actually be going? And who am I becoming outside of the gym? So remember, the goal isn't to escape your life inside of the gym. The goal is to build a life where the gym is your foundation, but your purpose are the pillars that keep your life up and make your life meaningful. If you have both, as a man, you're unstoppable. So keep training hard, but stop hiding from your problems. Use the gym to build confidence and discipline that will help you create a life that you're not running from. If this video helped you in any way, if it hit some pain points and you think it could help someone else, because there's a lot of us men that use the gym as an escape, and you'll always hear people say, oh, the gym is my therapy. It's not, because the things that you are running from in the gym, they're still going to be there the next day. They're still going to be there the next session. And no matter how big you get, no matter how strong you get, no matter how many bodybuilding shows you do, those deep-rooted emotional trauma problems, they're still there. If you're a man without purpose and you're using the gym to be your purpose, it's not enough. And this is coming from someone who's a fitness professional who helps people fix their lives through fitness. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, consider subscribing, like, and really let me know in the comments how you felt. And until the next time, fuck your insecurities. Peace.